Welcome, Mech Warriors. I'm your host, Get Good Fox, and this is the quick build guide for the Marauder. This is for the standard, the classic Marauder, the MAD-3R. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, send it into a real battle where you can see the unmodified Marauder in action, how to use it, and then I'm going to send it into the mech bay, redesigned it before throwing it right into this exact same battle and see if we can address some of its weaknesses. So let's get started. Let's get started with a few quick thoughts about the Marauder. This is a super iconic, one of the best known mechs within the BattleTech series, extremely well loved. It's one of the first mechs to actually go away from the humanoid shape into the reversed knee joint kind of battle mech, and it was intended to be a heavy attack mech to lead the attack. However, in MechWarrior 5, I don't think it really lives up to that role, mainly because of two issues. One, it doesn't do enough damage, and two, it doesn't do enough damage because it has terrible heat issues. Once this mech heats up, it needs to escape combat in order to cool down, otherwise its damage drops massively. When I redesign this mech for you, you can get it pretty early in the game, so I will not be using any lost technology. I will do a standard refit. I will allow DLC, however. My refit, though, will make the Marauder live up to its reputation as being an aggressive mech designed to lead the attack. But let's go ahead and talk about the equipment. The Marauder is a 75-ton heavy mech, meaning it is the heaviest mech of its class. Go to 80 tons and you become an assault. It has a top running speed of 64 kilometers per hour, which is considered pretty normal for a heavy mech. On the other hand, if you want to go in reverse, you'll have a top running speed of 43 kilometers, which is fast enough to go backwards as quickly as an Atlas could move forwards. For weapons, your primary weapon is a pair of PPCs, one in each arm. They are backed up by a pair of medium lasers, also one in each arm. And then on the shoulder, you have yourself a nice side torso AC-5. The AC-5 has 1 ton of ammo, and the mech overall has an extra 6 heat sinks, bringing it up to a total of 16. Remember, 10 of the heat sinks are never depicted on the mech. They are part of your base cooling. And the battle begins. Our goal with the standard Marauder is to snipe, and that's mainly because I just don't want to get trapped in close combat. Like I said, this mech really suffers from heat problems. It's going to be a really tough battle. The biggest problem with the Marauder is that if our allies need help, if the enemy jumps on our allies, we're not going to be able to protect them very effectively because we're going to spend most of the battle overheating. What we do want to do, though, is we will try our best to snipe the enemies at a distance. That's what you should really be attempting to do. So this is a really I mean, we're massively outweighting them, so this is not really a fair fight. But ideally, you should be trying to just snipe these guys out. Try to knock them out before they can get to 400 meters. That would be awesome. Now that they're in 400 meters, all of our weapons do become active. We're already seeing some of the heat problems right off the bat, though. Just hit about 92 heat right there. Imagine how bad that's going to be if the enemies don't fold so easily. That is why we're probably in trouble piloting this mech, because once I overheat, I'm not going to be able to help my Lance anymore. Okay, so they're attacking from both directions. We've got the Kintaro on the left, and then we've got the Vulcan on the right, once again trying to go all center torso here. We just tried to knock this guy out as quickly as possible. Love how my allies are deciding that they want to get into close combat. There we go. That was good. I'd say we killed him pretty efficiently. This guy is hesitating. That's absolutely death. This Jaeger mech is really letting him have it. Love to see that. Look at that heat. Oh man, I can feel it. Like, I'm surprised I'm not gonna get like heat stroke piloting this thing. I actually could not fire until I get to about 50, I believe. Firing both of the PPCs right about here, I can do it. Yeah, that brought me up to like 90. This guy is zombieing us right now. By that I mean we are destroying him very inefficiently. I'm gonna tell the Lance to fall back. Right now I just want them to get away from these guys. We got 2 assault mechs on approach. Those PPCs, I guess it's PPC battles await, because they are making it a lot harder to hit anything. I believe this is an opportunity for me to draw some of their fire. I want my allies to get in there and really do some damage. But look at them ignoring me. I don't think they identify me as a major threat. I'm gonna try to get his arm here, and now I'm gonna switch targets, because I think we've done enough damage on him. Okay, I got his attention. I'm trying to get them off of my lance. As you can see, though, I'm having a lot of trouble here. We're also almost out of AC5 ammo, unfortunately. Alright, guys, help me out. Help me take this guy out. I better get used to that buzzing noise. Like, you are going to be hearing that a lot. Right there, center torso. The next wave is already coming in, so we're kind of falling behind here. I'm gonna take that shot. Oh, I thought that would be enough to not. Okay, good, we got him. Right, so my Jaeger mech. My Marauder is in pretty good shape, so I don't mind eating a few shots for the lance. Like, I'm trying to do my best to protect them. So I've got my lance purposefully just standing right here. I'm gonna try to get them out of the line of fire because my armor is looking really good, and I'm gonna try to do some damage to these guys. Right over here. This guy's a little closer. I am not going to tell them to focus fire because I do not want them to approach the enemy. I want them to stay at a distance. I don't know if they... are you guys going to help? Are you guys going to leave me? I hope you guys don't leave me hanging here. I'm doing this for you guys. I am getting in range of that AC-20 for you guys. Okay, it's time to focus fire. I love how they just don't regard me as a threat. They're like, oh, everyone knows the Marauder has like massive DPS problems due to its heat, so the mechs are just ignoring me, going for the much more threatening Jaeger mech. Now we need to get this laser, not the laser, the AC-20 off of the Victor's arm. The arm is really banged up. Can I finish it off? Right there. Got it. Shot on there. Look at this. I just can't cool down. Oh, it feels so bad. I know I'm losing so much damage, and they're just ignoring me because they just don't see me as the real threat here. Can I blame them, though? I'm shutting down again. Okay, looks like it paid off, though. We knocked them out pretty nicely. And when you look at this, they've got their own Jaeger mech. I guess it's gonna be like, DACA battles. We're gonna be shooting a ton of ammo at each other. It's time to come out of hiding, though. And it's just gonna be a damage race. Who can do the most damage? Who's the more accurate? He's got to breach center torso. Oh, God, it's so... I'm heating up so much. All right, on to the trebuchet next. Ugh. Let's shoot the rest of our ammo. We only got about 5 shots left. My damage is mounting as well, but I'm pretty sure we got this. Double shot right there. Okay, we slashed through his center torso there. Let me get a damage report. The Jaeger mech finally starting to fall apart, but he's still holding together. Can we save him from losing any of his limbs? I'm gonna try. Okay, we are officially out of our AC-10 ammo. AC-5 ammo, apologies. This mech has vulnerabilities on its arms. I am gonna try to nail its arms if possible. If the arms are destroyed, it will eject. Pilots will eject if all of their weapons are disabled, including melee weapons. Got it. Big shot right there. Trying to get his arm. Right there on the arm. Come on. Through the rear armor there, going for the arm, and we got it. Let's see how everyone looks. Oh, man, the Jaeger mech managed to survive. Wait, he just ejected. Okay, he just now ejected. Okay, all right, so here we are with this handsome boy in the mech bay. Once again, here are the weapon stats. PPC in both arms, medium laser in both arms. Here's our AC-5 right torso, the 1 ton of ammo, and the 6 extra heat sinks. This handsome boy needs a rework, though. He's got to be stronger. There's no reason for such a cool mech to not punch people out. Let me see what I can do. Alright, and so here is my redesign. As a forewarning, I am going to use some DLC weapons. They are easy to obtain, but you do have to have the DLC. Specifically, here is of the inner sphere for the short burst lasers. So, Speaking of short burst lasers, the first thing we're going to do is drop the PPCs, replace them with large laser short burst. Large laser short burst, it weighs 2 tons less. Yes, it does less damage, 3 damage less, but it weighs 2 tons less. It generates half the heat, only 4 heat instead of 8, but it shoots a lot faster, so it's going to do more damage in the long run. It's also a very aggressive weapon due to the fire rate. It's going to feel really good when you get into close combat. The medium lasers are also swapped out for the short burst variants. Once again, they do more damage technically because they shoot quicker, and also they're going to feel good when you're playing a more aggressive playstyle, being able to shoot faster. The AC-5 is going to follow suit, being swapped out for an AC-5 burst fire. I don't really want you to do a whole lot of aiming. You can do some sniping with this mech, but I want you to use burst fire because it's going to encourage you to shoot, which is what we want. And to make that more possible, we've got 2.5 tons of autocannon ammo down in the legs. We have the original 6 heat sinks just distributed slightly differently, and we have nearly maxed out armor. We are only missing 0.8 tons of armor. It is way more heavily armored than the original Marauder, but let's take it out for a spin, shall we? Alright, so this mech has a pretty straightforward strategy. The way we play it is we abuse our range against most enemies, because just because we reduced our range doesn't mean we don't have any range capability whatsoever. So wherever possible, we will use our autocannon and our large lasers to just body these enemies at a distance. However, if the battle gets a little messy, we will charge into close range and protect our lance from the enemies and use our heavy armor to absorb the damage. Now, we are not invincible. Like, despite all the armor we have, the enemy can do a lot of damage because we're not particularly fast. We can't dodge a lot of attacks, so we may have to fall back into a supportive role, but we have the option to do either. So over here we've got the Vulcan. Not sure if it's the right choice to go for the Vulcan first, but he's kind of on top of us right now, and like I said, I want to protect my lance as much as possible right through the center torso. These lasers are extremely accurate. I really would prefer it if the Jaeger mech did not lead in the front, but that's not what I'm getting at the moment. Attacking with all weapons here, like I said, we do have very good heat sinking capabilities. And we are just going to mow this. This guy is just going to get mowed down. Now we're dealing with the Battle Master, so this is one of the ones where we are going to need to support our allies. So I am just going to go ahead. I already know that these guys have more than enough armor to charge into close combat. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started on that. I do not want my... These guys do a lot. They have a lot of medium lasers. Those medium lasers are going to do so much damage. I've got to stop them. So this is going to be me moving into an interception route in order to try and protect my allies, searching for that center torso damage. Right about there. Big damage on him. Got him. Let's knock him out of here. Like I said, we've got to protect our allies. Also, I don't want to take too much damage either, obviously, but someone's got to take damage. Better that I do rather than my lance. Look at that beautiful hit right there. And this guy's gonna fold. Oh no, I didn't realize I hit him so hard. Uh-oh, that's not... I'm in a bad spot right there. Our armor should hold, though. There we go. Honestly, not bad. Look at our armor condition. We are about halfway through, and we're looking pretty good. Next up is ye old Locust Recon, trying to, harass us a little bit. This harassment will not last long, though. We just don't have the problem dealing with that. Bad move by the Locust. What can you do, though? Now we've got the battle with the Victor and the Hunchback. Looks like they're going to be on us, so I'm just going to order them to attack, and I am going to get on this guy to try to get them off. It looks like if he's going to ignore me, I have no problem just going for some nasty rear damage right here. Big damage on the arm. The arm does not give us too much, though, unfortunately. There we go. That's where we're going to get the damage. Right behind them. Letting them have it with everything. That's what happens. Now we have the firepower to punish people who ignore us. That said, the Jaeger mech is a very attractive target, so I understand why they are prioritizing it. We're taking a little bit more damage here than I'm happy with, but what can you do? That's our job. Our job is to take the heat, and this guy is now toast. Everyone on the trebuchet. I am gonna lock onto that center torso, full guns blazing. Big damage, flattened him in moments. Targeting his arms. Arms are fragile, shouldn't take a whole lot to get rid of them. That aggravating gunfire from the ACs are definitely making it hard to shoot back. Going for the second arm. The second arm is about to go. Jaeger mech, very dangerous mech, like one of the most damaging mechs you can come up against, unfortunately. That's why we had to rush onto him right now. This is really, really helping out the Lance. The Lance is going to be in so much better condition for this. Let me see how everyone's doing. If we could save him here, then we are going to walk away with no weapon damage. I'm going to try to make it happen. Targeting the arm. Right there. On the other arm, got both of the arms off. And look at that. Everyone is going to walk away with every one of their weapons. Oh, it's beautiful. All of it clean, no critical damage losses. All of the mechs are gonna go home. Cosmetic damage for the win. I'm not gonna lie, that was a very challenging battle to have everyone come back without like massive, massive damage. It's just the reality that high-level missions are probably gonna result in major damage. This is gonna let you get in there and support your allies. It's so important that someone get in there and distract the enemy, someone with a lot of armor, and this is the kind of design that lets it happen, whereas the fire support variant of the Marauder, the double PPCs, it just gets too hot. I don't think it's very good. If you want to use some LosTech, this is what I would do. So for the LosTech, what we are going to do is upgrade all of the standard heat sinks into double heat sinks, and then upgrade the large laser short burst into ER large laser. You could also do ER large laser short burst. Either is fine. We want to do the ER large laser because it has very, very huge range. Maximum range of 1,000 meters. Actually lets you snipe enemies very effectively, do huge amounts of damage as they close, pinpoint accurate as well. And like I said, you can use the ER large laser short burst if you want. That said, this design would be totally dysfunctional without the double heat sinks. It's absolutely mandatory. You just will not be able to keep up with the incredible heat. 10 heat, even more than the PPCs. But that is what I would do. Subscribe to my channel, though, if you want to see more quick build guides. If you want to catch me live when I'm playing MechWarrior 5, catch me on Twitch at GetGoodFox. And if you're not a fan of Twitch, hit up my other YouTube channel, GetGoodFox VODs, where I upload all of the Twitch videos, including all the MechWarrior videos, for your viewing pleasure. Anyways, till next time, let me know what you think down in the comments section. What do you like to do with the Marauder? And are you going to give this one a shot? And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.